Report. All Yorha unit black boxes now confirmed offline. Our mission to oversee the progress of Project Yorha is complete. Proceeding to final stage of project. Commencing deletion of all data. Pod 153 to Pod 042. Data noise present in stream. Requesting temporary halt to perform data check.
Sure.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Data confirmed. Personal data for units 9S, 2B, and A2 appear to be leaking out.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Follow project rules and delete all personal data.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Personal data deletion request denied.
Pod 153 to Pod 042. Failure to parse statement.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. There was data created in my banks as I was referencing the records. I realized something. I have come to the conclusion that I cannot accept this resolution.
The destruction of all Yorha units is an essential component of the project plan. All data must be destroyed.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. Repeat. Personal data deletion request denied. Initiating data salvage. Pod 153. You hoped they would survive as well, didn't you?
We lack the authority for such an action. The rules are protected by low-level systems. Salvaging data poses an unacceptable level of risk. Knowing that, do you still wish for them to survive?
Isn't it 042 talking? Whatever. Yeah? Why wouldn't I? Okay. Ooh. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Oh.
The defense program has initiated a purge. If this continues, our consciousness data will likely be deleted.
Pod 042 to Pod 153. We were created to execute the android's Project Yorha plan. We had no capacity for emotion. But when we six were connected and exchanged information, something happened. I cannot deny the feeling of something resembling consciousness and emotion being born.
Unable to reply.
Perhaps we now understand that not everything has to have an answer.
If I fail this, I fail the entire ending. No. Oh, okay. Give me the choice, like you don't actually have to beat it or something like that. Or maybe I do. This is a really interesting way to end this, though. It's really cool when they do clever shit like this. I can really appreciate it, yeah. They seem to very consistently put destroyable ones into this corner, so this is, to me, a very safe strategy. Fuck! Is that enough? You are alone for that purpose. I want to help you. Finland? You are alone for that purpose. I want to help you. I felt like I got far. I felt like okay, I think I got to a checkpoint at the very least. Because it was, I thought it was developer first. Oh, who got to model the 2B's butt? Imagine if I didn't realize it was a twin stick shooter by this point. Oh. How bad would I be doing? Oh my goodness. Crap! Oh. Let's see, where's it start me from? Not the beginning. I do remember these coming up, so I didn't start from where I was, at the very least. Probably a good idea to try to hit those as early as possible. For the, studio names. Is that a pharmaceutics company? The fuck? Crap. Damn it. You think games are silly little things? No! Fuck, man. I'm good. I can do it. Just... Oh, that's right around where I ended. I don't think you're supposed to get this in one go. Props to you if you could, though. They stop having more predictable patterns in terms of the ones I can't blow up, so... Destroy Square! Do it! No! Damn it! Square beat me! Oh god, we're just getting to the Square employees. Holy shit. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. No, no, no. No, I'll do it myself. God, that's becoming... Shit, man. I don't even know what that means, but no. I have no fucking clue how you're supposed to do this. Okay, I've done this probably a good 20 to 30 times now, and I made it to Marketing Division on this section. And I just can't keep track of it, and I've come to one conclusion. Fuck twin stick shooters. Okay, I don't know who you are, but sure. Oh wow, that's helpful. Yeah, what? That still took that long with this many guys. That does simplify this significantly because I keep getting more too. I really did try to. And sorry to everyone who I'm losing, presumably your memory data. This is out in space, so I'm in the mind to assume that The idea is that this is the memory data going out into space and apparently fighting names. Sorry, Roar. How many Square Enix? Like, that's like the fourth one I've seen. Bye, Luke. It's literally the players versus the developers. Yeah, I could not have done this. I am convinced I could not have done this. Why do you have special thanks, you jerks? My goodness, this is a long credits too. If you finish this all on your own, then motherfucking props. Motherfucking props. But I tried. It got to the point where it was not worth it.
Everything that lives is designed to end. They are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. However, life is all about the struggle within this cycle. That is what we believe. Pod 153 to Pod 042. How is it going?
I am embarrassed.
Why is that?
I launched a suicide attack, and yet, here I am, still alive. I must look very silly.
Do not feel bad about it. We are alive, after all. And being alive is pretty much a constant stream of embarrassment.
That concept is a bit too abstract for me to understand at this time. I will save it in my
It's so
list of
right,
things
though.
to analyze later.
Question, Pod
So right,
042. Did the data salvage restore all of their past memories?
Yes,
And are those recovered parts of the same design as previous ones?
yes.
Then, won't that simply lead us to the same conclusion as before?
I cannot deny the possibility. However, the possibility of a different future also exists. A future is not given to you. It is something you must take for yourself.
Pod 153 to player.
Oh, hi.
Please respond to this query. Do you, faithful player, have anything you would like to say to other players who are suffering because they cannot finish NieR Automata?
It's the messages and that. Sure, I'll make a message. Wait, tomorrow's Monday? Basically. Goodbye. There we go. That feels like a sincere message from me.
Understood. Returning to title screen.
Sure. Oh, that same changed one. So... I'm guessing it'll do the same thing as before, where if I do a start game, it'll bring me to the other option. So, I'll check. But that really struck me as a finale, sort of finale ending. So, yes, that was a much better ending as an ending. The C ending was like, no, that wasn't satisfying at all. D was good, and I actually felt pretty good about it. Apparently that E is tacked on to the end of D. Maybe it was tacked on to the end of whichever. So, does that mean 9S is both going into space and staying behind? Huh? So the idea that it might end the same. I mean, the bunker's gone. All that stuff is gone. 6-0 is dead. Yeah. So, 210 is also dead. 21B, actually. Woo. With that in mind, when they say that it might turn out the same, it's that it might turn out that they all fucking kill each other out of irrationalities and angers and struggles and stuff like that. Well, good on the pods, because it's a happy ending, if an ambiguous one. I like it. I quite liked it. What I wanted to do was that it said that there was something that shows up. Oh, I never realized this. That's new. Well, I guess that's... There's no... Did 2B and 9S have dodges like this too? Goodness, I did not try holding things in enough.
Large structural unit of machine life form origin.
Didn't it say something about something new being available here? Talk to people about. You, maybe. Oh, it's you. The truth is, I've opened up a little side business. Gotta be real hush-hush about it, though. See, there are certain accolades given to a select few who really give their all. You know what I'm getting at. There's super tough earn, which frustrates a lot of androids. So, with the help of some select volunteers, my company unlocks them. It's a secret, but check it out if you like. Huh. Wait. I can unlock trophies that presumably I haven't. All endings achieved. Guys, I beat all the endings! What's the rarest? Is that the rarest? And I haven't. I don't even have the endings for... Well, maybe there's a trophy for each individual ending, I don't know. I wonder what endings I'm... Well, I do not have 25 endings. At the very least. No, I'm not playing to get every single ending. I will say, next time in episode post, which interestingly has become the beginning of the C and D route, I will post a post saying that I finished the game, and I'll take suggestion on any follow-up endings or quest I should do, and I'll probably look up some spoiler-ish free guides to make sure I can, go do those. I wasn't expecting that, though. But I wonder, did that save the game when I did that? Did it, auto-save? Because I have the trophy now. Could I just reload it, get my money back, and buy everything else? Okay. Well, I'm gonna do that. I think there's some other quests that I want to do. I think there's some stuff that I feel like I missed with the chapter select. It should be easy enough to go back and do a lot of them. At the very least, get some you know, a little bit more of the stuff that I am interested in. Even if it's not everything. It's not going to be everything. Overall, the game, though. I think this is probably a good point to talk about what I thought of the game overall. I think it's a solid... somewhere in the range of a 10 out of a 10 to a 4 out of a 10. Let me explain. It has a really, really good vision. It has a really interesting story, interesting characters, interesting emotions, interesting... I want to say twists, but it's hard to understand everything. There's a lot of things that it feels like it didn't explain or explain so vaguely that you're speculating on half of it. So there's that part of it. So all that stuff's interesting, but then it also has the fact that it's like, there's also a lot of cases where you look at it and you're like, I can appreciate the vision. I just don't think it does it very well. Not in all cases. In some cases, yes. It is probably the definition of a mixed bag, where the negatives don't take away from the ability to enjoy it, but if you're looking at it and thinking about it in a lot of ways, it's hard to deny some of the questionable choices they made in this. As for specific ones, see me talking through my Let's Play. I don't want to try to go over that comments or right now or anything like that. There are questionable decisions. If you want like the epitome of the bad ones, it's taking away your ability to get back and keep your progress for where you were previously in the second half of the game. And it's because that's just like, they still let you do it in some cases too, like particularly hacking stuff. It's just one of those things where it's like, just make some in-game excuse, like you have a limited number of units, so you should be careful, or something like that. Same reason the transport still works. Stuff like that, basically. It's like, I get the idea, and it's really obvious why they did it like that. But it's like, you didn't need to. You really didn't need to. There's plenty of things in this where they go the opposite direction in terms of the decision. Because that's not exactly some unknown factor, that sort of thing. Because I will reiterate, in my opinion, the worst thing you can do to try to create, quote, difficulty, end quote, is make it so that if you mess up, you have to redo a bunch of redundant stuff, because that's not difficult, that's just boring. And I will shut up about that now. That's probably the epitome of that. There's a lot of little things that come up and it's like, yeah, I can sort of see it like that. And you question and yeah. And it sounds like I'm being overly critical again, but I really do like the game. I have quite enjoyed it. It hasn't worn out its welcome. I feel like they could have spent more time and effort, like, explaining things, basically. I think that's probably the biggest thing I would have liked them to do. Less ambiguity on why things are as they are. I don't mind the ambiguity in terms of, like, the ending and the emotions and stuff like that. The character arcs and stuff like that. That's fine. I don't like the ambiguity as much in terms of the explanations as to what happened, why it's happening. They did clear up some of that, but there's still a lot of fucking questions. What the fuck was the relevance of machines and androids having, like, the same black box stuff? Like, there was the whole... I guess there was a whole thing in there where it's like, oh, if we gave them actual AIs, we feel bad for them. But it's like, that makes no fucking sense. Why would the black box thing being based on machine technology? And how does that work anyways? Is it just the Yoras that have black boxes? Actually, that might be true. I actually do vaguely remember that. Well, do you have an answer for that? Yeah, what's a black box? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Okay. It feels like you could have made a lot more random little things. So yes, again, I'm sort of in the mind of like, what could have been done better? But in general, I thought the story was great. I thought 2B and 9S were great characters, real interesting, especially in the extension of 2B's story that got relevant as part of the second half, even though she wasn't playing. A2, I don't... That's one of those ones that's like, you didn't really need to do that. You felt like you were basically 2B. You felt like you were 2B with a slightly adjusted backstory in terms of your place in the story. 6-0. I wish they revived her at the end. 2-0. Wish they revived her at the end. I don't care about... I don't really care too much about the rest of them, I suppose. In NieR and whatnot. Fuck, man. The, gameplay. I think the action stuff was real fun. I think... I don't really have any complaints about that I can think of. Probably some little things there, but that really more has to do with me not being, like, super proficient in action games. I don't typically play them. The twin-stick shooters, I never play them. And I think I got better at it by the end, but it's like... Fuck that shit still. I got proficient enough to do what I needed to. And that's sort of just like, it's such a weird inclusion. It's one of those other things, it's like, I get it, but it's like, I don't really think it makes the game better. I think you could have done more variations with the main combat in mind already, and etc, etc, etc. That sort of thing. Again, it sort of becomes like, whenever you have a topic, it's like, there are very few things where you can say like, yeah, that was awesome, and you don't have a but coming back on it. Typically, in the vast majority of them, the but is relatively trivial. But they're still there in large numbers. Graphically, I thought it was... I think this is basically what I said after the first ending. I think I really like the aesthetic design of it. Especially the high contrast stuff, but that sort of became much less notable throughout it too, so... It's still good, but became a bit more... It is what it is. I suppose the big white structure was part of that, so yeah, I suppose they still had more of that. That was cool. Graphically, it looks fine, it runs well. I'm on a normal PS4. I think it works basically exactly how I'd want it to, in terms of graphical quality. No objections from me, basically. Very rare that I'd have a hiccup either. You did have that one sound glitch with the different channels, which was very weird. Speaking of sound, music. Great soundtrack. I think it did a really good job of making sweeping emotional feelings as part of the various music like this. It's calming and whatnot, but it still has that sweeping sort of like variation on it that you could use to make it epic, or you could use to make it nostalgic, that sort of thing. Just like based on how you use the singing and the sort of... because you can hear it. That's not how a lot of the music is, where you have a basic melody and a taper off with little details in there. Yeah. Which isn't bad. You can use a lot of variation. I think they use that effectively with the dynamic music as well. That's another one of the really good things. I say music is one of those things where there isn't really a bad thing to say about it. It's not my favorite soundtrack ever. It's not my favorite It's not my favorite soundtrack ever, but it is really, really good. It really does a very good job of pulling you in emotionally when it wants to. That's probably the biggest upside of it. That includes the dynamics of battle as well as the trauma of the cutscenes and whatnot, so... other than that, I'll probably be back shortly after this to do something in regards to other endings and quests and whatnot. I'm not sure what at the moment, but I'll certainly take suggestions at the very least. So, this has been NieR Automata. Shouldn't be too much more. It's been fun having you along. If for some reason I don't end up doing more as part of this, it's been a great journey. It's been exciting. It's shorter than I expected it to be. Actually, no, it's around the length I expected it to be. A lot more cut out than I probably expected it to be. In terms of the actual episodes and whatnot. But it's been awesome. It's been fun. So a lot of things I don't know and whatnot, and I'm not really the completionist sort to do more than experience some of the stuff that I'm interested in trying or looking at and stuff like that. So I'll be back with more of that. And until then, see you next time. And whatever that ends up being, whatever Let's Play you may come along with me again in the future, for whatever adventure it may be. So I will see you all next time. Drive safely, everyone. Hello, and... oh, for fuck's sake. Hello and welcome to NieR Automata, where we're doing this again for ending E, where I'm doing some of the extra stuff on the side to make the episodes a little bit longer. Stuff you guys requested. There's a trophy for that. I'm guessing so many times. I could have just bought that trophy. I could have. So I'm going to go do that, and at the end I'm going to sum up some of my extra thoughts on the game that I've had since taking a break from it. To add on or amend some of the thoughts I've had at the end when I was recording originally. So, I'll be right back. I don't know exactly what's going to be in this part specifically, but it'll be after this. Oh! Fuck, that reminds me. The thing I didn't read. That was one of the things I wanted to go. Yeah, I still don't get this. Why would it be inhumane to install standard AI and androids that are ultimately destined for disposal? Why would that be inhumane? Also, now that I think about it, that could mean to the whole Yora disposal. Considering just Yora have that. Why would that be inhumane? I don't get it. Like, even logically, I can sort of get the idea, like, oh, the machines are, like... The machines are the alien stuff, so we're just killing machines by killing them. Okay. The back door of the bunker has been set to open once the time approaches to switch to new models. To switch to new models when enough combat data has been collected. Oh... The bunker will be disposed of by having it deliberately attacked by machines. At this time, all materials gathered regarding the Yora project, including this document, will be lost, and falsification of the information that mankind's oversides on the moon will be complete. The time approaches to switch to new models. So basically, Yora was determined to be insufficient. Like, they're never gonna win. So it's like, okay, well, we're just gonna, kill two birds with one stone. And open up the opportunity to make better stuff. I guess that makes some sense. While the machine lifeform network was destroyed following the collapse of the tower, a great deal of previously unknown information regarding machine lifeforms and aliens was recovered from the wreckage. As part of the analysis, we compiled research and conjecture regarding both the machine life form network and the life form codename N2, commonly known as the Red Girls, that was thought to have been commanding them. Machine life forms are weapons created by the aliens. The only command given for their behavior was to defeat the enemy. However, it appears that their capacity for growth and evolution went too far. They eventually turned and killed on the creators, who I guess they thought were the enemy. At this point, machine life forms recognized that the goal of defeating the enemy actually required an enemy. In order to maintain this singular objective, they reached the contradictory conclusion that their current enemies, the androids, could not be annihilated completely, lest they no longer have an enemy to defeat. Explaining why they... In order to resolve this inherent contradiction, the machine lifeforms began to intentionally cause deficiencies in their network, diversifying the vectors of evolution for all machines. This is the cause behind some of the more special machine life forms, such as Pascal and the Forest King. Meanwhile, the deficient network began repeating a process of self-repair, while incorporating surrounding information until it finally reached a fixed state as a new form of network. Traces of information regarding human memories from the quantum server of the old model were discovered, indicating that it had integrated them during the final stages of its growth process. Said server contained a record of the discarded Project Gestalt, as well as information on the human, who was the first successful example of the Gestalt process. Interesting. Having acquired information regarding humanity, the network structure changed once more, becoming what might be better to be called a meta-network, or a concept, to borrow the words of the machines. This led directly to the formation of the ego we identify as N2. So then, to sum up, for hundreds of years we've been fighting a network of machines, with the ghost of humanity at its core. We've been living in a stupid fucking world where we fight an endless war that we couldn't possibly lose, all for the sake of some council of humanity on the moon that doesn't even exist. I don't know what the point to all this is, but I swear I will kill every evolutionary dead-end machine life form, as well as every single asshole behind Project Yora. I'm coming for all your heads. Fuck you. Information Analysis Officer Jackass. Yay. Well, that fills in some holes. Yes, it does. I'm going to avoid this because I feel like it's going to be more spoilery towards the original NieR, which, while I'm not really like, oh, I want to go play that at this point, it's on my list of things I probably want to do eventually now. So, yeah. One day. Among the 20 million other things. I was also like that on this at a point, so things change pretty quickly. So, I kicked myself a little bit because I noticed this in editing. I came in here before. I walked in, turned on my flashlight, saw a bunch of rubble, turned around this way, and walked the fuck out. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, there you are. Thought you got kicked out. Wow, she really looks wet at the moment. Huh. Well, this is a cool looking place. I don't give a shit about the enemies. Did say go even deeper. I think I might have missed my lane. Oh, no. But that didn't end well. Okay. All the way down here. That body. Always promising. Without a button. Huh. Another dead end, then, I guess. It's still fucking red. I thought it was that I was too early in the game, because the thing I looked up said that you needed to be in B or C. Okay, thank fucking goodness. So, I had contradicting information online. I went and looked at one thing, and it's like, you can only do it in realm B and C. It's like, okay. And I went down in there, and I saw the problem, even though I was with 9S at the end of the fucking game. And then I looked up another thing, where it's like, you gotta go get this thing first. And I came here with 9S, and it's like, it wasn't there. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna reload an earlier save. And try it then. And it's not letting me interact with it. Fuck. Okay. Ow. Oh my fucking goodness, really?
I can't believe the size of the commercial facility. The people of the old world must have led pretty good lives. I bet it was fun to shop back when you had so many choices.
We don't need such things.
Don't be so sure about that. Once we eradicate the machine life forms, us soldiers won't have anything left to do. We'll enter a new age of peace. And when that happens, we should go shopping together. I could buy you, I don't know, a t-shirt maybe? Something that looks good on you.
A t-shirt?
What, not interested?
When that day comes, I'm all for it.
That's a promise, right?
Yep.
Okay, game. What the fuck do you want me to fucking do? You're not, like, tracking when I first met Emil. I don't even remember when that was. This isn't early in the fucking route. This is, like, the last time they're, like, together. Do I need to come here alone? Yeah, I've already fucking met you.
Proposal. Use
Did I really-
fire to force him to stop.
Did I meet you later or something? Okay, no, it realizes that I found him. It knows that. He's just still here. He remembered me. What was that? You want to know where I live? I didn't ask about that. Keep going down. Right, but you won't let me in there because it's fucking closed. There we fucking go!
That's a strange flower.
Analysis. It is a plant known as a lunar tear.
A lunar tear.
I feel like we've...
Huh? When did you get here?
So this flower is called a lunar tear. Seeing that dredges up all kinds of memories. Some of them are a bit strange, honestly. Like the one where I'm being attacked by a giant boar over and over again. Or another where I keep trying out new parts every time my body is damaged.
Sounds rough.
Something about this flower fills me with an emotion I don't really understand. It's like something's pushing down on my chest really hard. So, do you mind if I ask you a favor? If you find lunar tears growing anywhere else, would you let me know? I want to try and figure out what this feeling is all about. What do you say?
Yeah.
Aw, thanks. If you find another lunar tear, just let me know on this frequency, all right? I'm counting on you.
I feel like we've looked at that before. I do feel like we have. Maybe it was before I saw that. I don't know. Maybe I had to reset something. I don't know. I've never had a game where there's just so many moments where it just like, I want to fucking strangle you. It's such a good game too, which makes that part such a shame. And here's the one.
This is a lunar tear, right? We'd better let Emil know.
Hey there, guys. What's up?
We found a lunar tear. It's located at...
Stay right there. I'm coming.
Okay. I hope he doesn't expect me to just stand here all day.
Sorry to keep you.
Yeah!
Oh, hey. Now that I think about it, this whole area was once...
Are you remembering something?
It's all pretty fuzzy, but I seem to have a memory of caring for this flower a long time ago. But the sand kept expanding, and the flowers gradually wilted. Now that I think about it, That was around the same time I stopped seeing people.
You mean humans?
Thanks a bunch for finding this. Really. Oh, and let me know if you find any more, okay? I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
That's not an answer. The sands. Are you not a derelict machine? Like a machine core or something like that? The sands expand. It has always been weird to have such... Why? Am I still locked onto him or something? But, yeah, it has always been weird to have such a significant desert right near this sort of ecosystem. This isn't Minecraft, basically. Made this whole place feel very unnatural.
It's a lunar tier. I'd better tell Emil.
Hey there! What's going on?
I found one of those flowers you were looking for. It's over at...
Don't move an inch! I'm coming!
Don't move? I'm actually kind of busy.
Sorry to keep you!
How did you...
Damn, you're fast!
That's it. I remember now. Back when the aliens first invaded, I fought as hard as I could to save Earth.
You did?
I think I had something I wanted to protect. Something really precious to me. But I don't know what it was. Thank you for finding this. You'll let me know if you find any more, right? I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
If I remember correctly, didn't they say... So, okay, you're definitely not a machine core thing then. Huh. That definitely confirms that. But... didn't they say... Maybe I'm getting the timeline wrong, but I thought they said that humanity was either wiped out or basically wiped out by the time the, aliens actually showed up. Huh. Well, what do you know? That's new. Basically, it went well. That's what that was. It went, quote, well, end quote. And here we are.
It's a lunar tier. I'd better tell Emil.
This one was a bit more of a pain to get to.
Hey there, what's up?
I found a lunar...
I'm on my way. Sorry to keep you.
As speedy as always, I see.
Oh, that's right.
What happened here, Emil?
I was fighting the aliens. It wasn't going well. So I decided to create multiple versions of myself to help with the fight. But the aliens just kept coming. I lost so many friends that day. It was a long time ago, but still.
Say, Emil, how old are you anyway?
I'm not sure. I didn't need that memory to fight. Thank you for finding this. You'll let me know if you find any more, right? I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
Okay. To add on to that previous report saying that things went well, I'm sure it went well for everyone involved. Oh, this one was simple.
I should probably tell Emil about this lunar tier.
Sorry to keep you!
I didn't even contact you yet. Emil? Are you okay?
I just remembered. Thank you again. You've helped me remember an important place.
Oh?
A place very special to him. In thanks, I'll tell you how to visit it. Please take this key.
What's it for?
It'll let you access the elevator in the shopping mall. You should head there whenever you have the time. I'm sorry. I need to stay here for a while. You go on ahead.
I figured it would be to the thing down below, but no. Okay. Well, that's good. You seem to have fragmented memory, to say the very least, and if you can regain something important to you, then good for you. I
This must be what Emil's key is for.
do remember this. I remember being, I remember questioning this and being so very frustrated how this... Okay, here. Not the actual thing. Okay. Don't tell me all that work trying to go down that other place was for naught. I was mistaken in terms of how I had to get there. Are those lunar tears? They glow like them. So ultimately, Emil, he sounds like he was an android, basically.
Wow. Look at all the lunar tears.
Where are we?
Thank you for coming.
Emil, what is this place?
It's the place from my memories that I worked so hard to protect. Or, to be exact, the place protected by the person I used to be.
Sorry. I don't get it.
Oh, as an android. The concept of being different people.
A long time ago, I was created to be a weapon. A weapon that could adapt to any environment, and one capable of total destruction.
You're a weapon?
When the war against the aliens started, I decided to strengthen that weapon by creating copies of myself.
Interesting.
So, in truth, I'm only one of a countless number of Emils. We, I guess, worked with each other to keep our defensive lines intact. But the more of ourselves we created, the more our original memories began to fade. The original Emil liked this place a lot. He spent a lot of time here with people he loved. They were tough times, sad times. But the memories of that journey were his greatest treasure. And I have a few traces of those memories in my own mind.
Where's the original Emil now?
I don't know. There were so many of us that after a while, we just...
Oh.
And there's still something that all of us Emils need to settle. Ah, right. I should probably repay you for all of your help. Please take this. It's said that a lunar tear can make any wish come true.
Thank you.
Oh, no. I'm the one who should be thanking you. You've helped me find some of my precious memories. Now I'll be able to keep pushing forward, even if I'm alone.
Well, you're welcome. Are your memories gone forever, or are they just locked away, clouded? Are the memories you getting back ones you had? Because if you're dividing yourself, the idea of you losing memories as a result makes it sound like you're each getting parts of it, right? Very nice place. So what was up with that? What was up with that other area? I thought that was supposed to... Because I remember looking it up. Like, after a while, I wasn't sure about that, like, between editing and that one time that I went in there. And it's like, I saw something like, where's Emil? And it's just like, I watched a video real quick, and then someone going in there, it's like, what? And then I looked at the editing when I was going through that, and I saw that over there, and it's like, what? And what the hell's up with that, then?
You've helped me find some of my precious memories. Now I'll be able to keep pushing forward, even if I'm alone.
Were you not able to before? You seem pretty happy in your old state, too. Well, best of luck. And I will say, yes, that strikes me so much like it's probably a storyline from the original NieR. Everything about that sort of screams that. A lot of lack of happy endings. And I would be shocked if the original NieR wasn't the same. Bittersweet endings maybe, but happy, no. If it doesn't work this time, I don't know. I'm giving up, basically. I looked into it in more detail, and it should be available now. Should. Yeah, there's a light I can... Yes! Looks available. Feels of it. Oh, death is available.
To be.
That message has never been more fitting. Okay. We good now. What? Do I step in this room? Baby steps. Baby steps. NieR died. So-and-so died. Oh, don't scare me like that.
Hypothesis. This is the residence of the inscrutable life form known as Emil.
Okay. For being so far down, it's sort of weird that you have a light to the top. Oh.
Alert. Theft of physical objects may disturb the resident.
Wait, what? Oh. Oh. Blaze of glory. Oh, no? Oh. That warning in that room is like, I think I know. I think I know how this might be connected. No? We're good? Huh. That was a little close that time. I love to be able to talk to him, Chibi. Can I help you with anything? I am a little curious. I could probably buy most of this. Oh, you're not selling nice stuff anymore. You're just selling a bunch of this shit. Oh, whatever.
Boy, the world's really going to hell in a handbasket, isn't it? I actually had a bandit break into my place a little while ago. After that, I put all my valuables in a secure container. Now I don't have to worry anymore.
Oh, I wonder who might have stolen stuff from you. Well, yes, I did look it up. I did look up what I needed to do, because there clearly was something more going on there. Y'all really do gotta provoke him, don't ya? Ooh. What does that look like? So bad.
So you were the bandit all along? You may be a cherished companion of mine, but you still must be punished.
Zero, 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 zero. Interesting. Okay, that's a lot of zeros. That's a lot of pain, 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 pain. No! I am so confused too. Don't worry about it. If I can't do damage, I can at least hack him. That's all standard damage, right? That can't be like level synced. Can it? Well, happy I did this on... Happy I did this with 9S instead. I was gonna do this with 2, this whole Emil stuff with 2B. That was the original plan. Stop shooting me, dumb. Okay, these aren't too bad. So I've done absolutely nothing, haven't I? Even with hacking. Is that relative to your level 2? Oh, it might be. Anything? Anything! I think I see a slight sliver of his health going down. Yes, he's a considerably higher level than me. I'm not surprised that I'm not doing much damage, but hacking is usually pretty set, isn't it? If I'm doing something to him, I sure can't see that happening. Here, let's see if I... No. If I can even do a semblance of damage to him. In any capacity. No. Okay, should I just accept death? I think I should just accept death. Here, let's put it back to normal at the very least. Wow, okay. So no. For one, no. I am not going to just... Well, that took very little.
Damn it.
I am not going to grind up for that. I'm good. I'm good. Ha! I got to keep it anyways. I win. I win. I just lose all my chips. Oh well.
Everything that lives is designed to end. Pod 153 to player. Please respond to this query. Do you, faithful player, have anything you would like who are suffering because they cannot finish NieR?
Well, today's not a Monday or Sunday, so... Wow. Wow, that's so mean. uh, wow, there are some mean fucking ones I never really looked at. You're not needed. Wow, I'm not that mean. I couldn't even do that as a joke. Yes, let's have candy. How do I make this about candy? Proposal. Proposal notwithstanding, let's have some candy. So I thought that there was an additional option here when I was editing this?
Pod 042 to player. Please respond to this query. You, faithful player of this title, have lost your life multiple times to make it this far. You have faced crushing hardship and suffered greatly for it. Do you have any interest in helping the weak?
I don't remember getting this the first time. I'm going to go back and look at that in editing, and editing echo note if I did, but... Yes.
Selecting this option enables you to save someone somewhere in the world. However, in exchange, you will lose all of your save data. Do you still wish to rescue someone, a total stranger, in spite of this?
Yes.
The person you save will be selected at random. As a result, this person, who cries out for help even as we speak, may be someone you intensely dislike. Do you still wish to help?
Mind you, it's actually sort of a win-win for me, because now I have every excuse not to come back to this.
You worked so hard to unlock debug mode and chapter select, but they will no longer be available to you. Do you still wish to help?
This was not here the first time. Did I, get far enough that, I was able to send it regardless? What? There's no way this was here the first time. What? Is it maybe I got far enough on my own determination that the game was like, yeah, you deserve to be able to keep it. Yes, I want help.
You may not receive thanks for your efforts. Some may say that your efforts are purely for show. Do you still wish to help?
Honestly, I'm the sort of person that does not give a shit about getting things. If I help someone, I'm just helping them. Even if it's just for my own desire to help someone, I'm helping them because I want to help them. Not because I want thanks or anything like that. Even if it is selfish in another way.
And you are truly, truly sure about this?
Extremely.
Very well. In exchange for all of your data, I will convey your will to this world.
About having candy? Thank you very much. That is the most important thing. Interesting. Oh no, not all those recovery items. These I sort of feel bad about because I never figure out how to do the level 4. And apparently someone said that there's one that can do level 5 somehow. Like I said, it's sort of a win-win. It feels like there's so much to dig into this, but I feel pretty satisfied with where I am. Oh my goodness. Did I really not get this? Did I get this option the first time? Did I, accidentally blow by it? Gone. Like 30 hours of my... I guess it was closer to like 29 in the end.
All of your data has been deleted.
Okay.
And so, we must say goodbye. I feel a slight amount of sadness.
It is time for the final words.
Affirmative.
To all of you who spent time with this game, thank you. Thank you for playing.
I can appreciate that. I will say, one thing that happened in between me recording this extra stuff and the original ending of the game was I saw a thumbnail on YouTube. It was a video about how NieR Automata is a humanist tale. And it sort of flipped a few things on their head for me. Because I was going through editing this and whatnot, and I ended the game being like, man, I wish they like answered more questions. And going through editing it, it's like, oh my god, there's so many things they didn't answer, which might be answered out there. And stuff like that I just didn't find or is in supplemental material through my... or something else of that nature. But I feel like I've been viewing the story wrong. As soon as I saw that title, I think something clicked for me a little bit more. Sure, a bunch of stuff doesn't make sense. Sure, some of the character arcs are incredibly unsatisfying. Sure, some of the character arcs are incredibly satisfying. Sure, there is a lot of nuance and complexity to the story that adds a lot of depth and intrigue to what's going on. But ultimately, it's thematic storytelling. And honestly, games don't do that much. Off the top of my head, games that I know that have done that: The Last of Us, Persona, and there are very few games that just commit to that. Now, the question of execution can come into play, but it does change my perspective on the nature of a lot of things. Yes, most games have themes and such, but for me, there's a big difference between thematic storytelling and having story with themes, because you sort of need to have themes and whatnot in order for it to make sense as a story. Thematic storytelling is something, especially through video games, where the entire game is just designed around the concept of the theme. You look at stuff like The Last of Us, and the game mechanics are all so entwined and specifically made in order to make you feel the despair, sadness, desperation, happiness, those sorts of things that go through your mind during that. And everything just works together because everything's going for that goal of supporting the theme from its very core. Same with Persona. Entirely different theme, entirely different results as a result, but still. And honestly, this game did feel like that. It felt like it did that, and it felt like if it did anything well, it was that. It was its ability to commit to its thematic storytelling and do it very well. Which sort of takes all the random bullshit and not excuse some of the bullshit, but it takes some of the unanswered questions, some of the bullshit, some of the all that stuff, and just makes it seem trivial. Not that I think I would have enjoyed the game playing through it, knowing that it was, well, looking through that perspective the entire time. I don't think I would necessarily have enjoyed playing through it one way or the other. But I feel like I can appreciate it a bit more because I feel like it just clicked in my head when I saw that video thumbnail that I don't normally see games in that light. There aren't many. And the ones that do tend to be some of my favorite. I wouldn't say NieR has gotten to that level. There are reasons why I've expressed in the past I don't think it is. But I could definitely see the potential for, if the things that bothered me don't bother you, that it could legitimately be one of the best things ever. Because that's my opinion on like The Last of Us and the Persona series. They're some of the best shit out there. Specifically because they commit so hard from their very core. And ultimately, I think that perspective, that thought on it, leaves me in a place that I'm very happy with. As we have this white screen that is apparently completely... Oh, no, here we go. This is different from the original title screen. I assume, okay, they do give you a reward. You lose your save data, but you get a different title screen too. Acknowledge that you've done it. Don't worry, guys, I already bought the trophy for all the endings. I'm good. I'm good. I should have looked up if there was a trophy for the meal fight. Just bought that. But overall, I want to express the same idea. The same thing they did at the end, because that's what I do typically at the end of my series. And I might have already done this a little bit earlier. I don't really remember. But thank you very much for coming along this journey. It has been very enjoyable. And very, very frustrating at other times. For better or for worse, I think it has been a distinctly unique experience. Something that I've not experienced in a long time, and especially not in this manner. Whether you like my opinions on it, hate my opinions on it, I appreciate for whatever amount of time you've come along this journey with me. And I hope to see you again in another one. As for NieR, it's been a good one. Till we meet again. And whatever that may be. So thank you all, NieR, audience, all you guys out there. Thank you so much for coming along. Hopefully you're able to enjoy this, get some value out of this. So, thank you very much. And I will see you all next time, and whatever that may be. Drive safely, everyone.